advice do you have for people like me, like I said, who overspend during the holidays? I love all things holidays, so I go and get all the pretty things and this and that, but it gives me financial stress. So what do you advice do you have?
Ask yourself, do you need this item? Is it necessary? Can it can it be delayed? They talk about delayed gratification. You ask yourself, can this be delayed? It is important, but can it be delayed? If okay, my wife is a seamstress. She sews on her own. So most times she will, "Oh, we need to buy gowns for this for the kids. We need to buy dresses for the kids." I say, no, you sew. You can sew something. Those materials that you've sewn and then you have pieces, combine it, do something with it, so that if you would spend extra funds for these dresses, let us probably get the sewing threads that you need, the needle that you need. You can sew something for these kids that they will still appreciate, and it will still serve the same purpose as buying a dress or a gown. Not that the dress or gown is not important, but it can be gotten later. We can delay this for later. If you look at your earnings for the month, and you can decide that, okay, every day this is what I'm going to budget. Let's say I want this gown, I want this shoe, or I want this at the end of the year. You can decide to start putting funds aside for it. It may not be with you. You might decide to open a non-checking account where the only and then work with them to ensure that the only time you are going to withdraw from this account is by this time of the year. You just be putting in funds, transferring in little funds. It mustn't be bulk, because you can decide, okay, if you earn a certain amount of money, take maybe 5% of that money, throw it aside there, forget the money there, don't bother yourself. Then use the other ones. It also helps you control. Once you are able to remove funds and then you have the ones you are going to run with, it helps you to you work your life around that money that you have with you. The rest is in the account. By the time you keep doing that, you just be throwing it in without bothering yourself. By the end of the year, when the holiday season is here, and you now go to that account, you find that you now have enough to actually get what you want for yourself, and even extra for your husband, extra for your family, your kids, or even extra to even give your other loved ones as gifts for the year. So it's for you to, like we said, have a budget, know what you earn. If there is extra that you are earning, is beautiful. Throw it into an account, leave it there to gather interest, leave it there to grow. Then at the end of the year, you can now bring out that money and you will use that. Funny enough, if you bring out the money that you've saved, you can use that without having to touch any other earnings and still have extra for the next year. So, but all of this is that needs to also discipline yourself and say, okay, I want to actually do this for myself. 2024 is coming. We all have New Year resolution, even though many don't even meet up to it, including inclusive of myself. We don't live up to those New Year resolutions. But for this, you can say, okay, I love this gown, or I want to get this, or I want to get this. I start from January. You don't need to wait till half of the year. I start from January. If I have a $5 here, I can put it inside. If it's just little here, little there, you find out that by the end of the year, you have something substantial that you can actually spend without even having to touch your initial earnings.